First is semiconductors. Moore's Law has been going for 5 decades now, and we've seen it, now we see a new era of computation ushered in with AI. That's going to add $2 trillion. Second, we have the continued expansion of the digital economy, which is really still at a midpoint. And this adds e-commerce, advertising, video, and games. This gives us a huge 21 trillion hit of revenue. Next, of course, what everyone's talking about, AI. This will revolutionize how our economies work, and in the meantime, add about $7 trillion of new revenue. Now, these are really big numbers. Just to put it in context, by the way, the entire US economy is 30 trillion. Fourth, electrification is a really massive trend. It's a mega trend that will bring another 6 trillion in the form of 4 arenas: EVs, shared autonomous vehicles, batteries, and nuclear power to energize it all. Next, new bio-frontiers. Ozempic and other drugs are already changing our metabolism of entire populations. And when they get cheaper, it's going to unlock enormous industries. Industrial biotech too is on the cusp of solving for new materials. That's another $1 trillion. Finally, we talk a lot about the digital world, but the physical world is going to get invaded too by new arenas. Modular construction will massively impact the way we build and hopefully bring productivity to one of the world's most important industries that has not had productivity. Drones, robots, and spaceships are going to bring a science fiction dream into a reality. And robots in particular are again unlocked by AI, because we've seen in our own lives how AI has mastered language, but it will soon enable the level of dexterity and physical logic that allows robots to be in the real world rather than just in a factory. EVs. Thailand is already a growing hub for EV manufacture, but it still remains a node in the network rather than the driver. That's something to think about. Batteries. Indonesia is building Asia's first gigafactory with LG and Hyundai. Semiconductor. Penang's already 5% of global semiconductor exports. Vietnam rising fast. Think about, for example, huge investments from Intel and Amkor in facilities, and Samsung's $3.3 billion R&D center they're building. Biotech, here in this room, we've got Better Grow, we've got CP Food. They're making big moves in precision fermentation, bio-based animal feed. They're both making really big and important moves in this space. But in Singapore, Turtle Tree, Ento from Malaysia, they're working on synthetic and alternative proteins. E-commerce, ASEAN has a huge e-commerce scene, 460 million internet users. We see players like Shopee, Tokopedia, and Tiki doing interesting things. Future air mobility. Malaysia's Aonic is using drones to improve farm productivity. In Singapore, Skyports operates a ship-to-shore delivery service in the port of Jurong. In space, Thailand's active with New Space, while Singapore's equatorial space focused on hybrid rockets, and Vietnam's FPT works on Earth observation for agricultural applications. So we have signs of life in these new arenas. We know we need to do a pivot. We know we have the demand. We have the beginnings of the supply. And if something special happens, we'll be able to play a much bigger role in the next set of arenas than we did in the past.